And really quick, the 13 reasons why investing in real estate is so important. And I'll go back and tell you from my perspective, my dad has been in construction and real estate my entire life. And as a kid, I didn't listen. So I know some of you may not want to hear it. I'm going to tell you it is a mistake. Because as a kid, I'm like, I don't want any properties. I don't want any rental income. I want to flip the money, get a Benz, spin a block. And then 15 years later, I'm like, damn, I should have listened. I would have 45 doors, you know. And I was trying to be like Ja Rule or something when the first album came out.
Spin the block.
Shout out to Ja, man.
Yeah, kudos
We
to
gotta
Ja.
stop throwing shots at Ja.
Yeah,
Shout out to Ja.
Shout out
But,
to Chris. Shout out to my brother Chris Gotti.
Chris Solid.
Good dude.
But this is why it's important. It's the same game, real estate and investing. They're tied together. Almost 70% of us that are Black or Latino will be classified as liquid asset poor. 45.8% of our Black children under 6 have lived in poverty at some point. African Americans are 86% more likely than whites to be upside down in their mortgage, and Latinos lost 58% of their wealth during the recession. And even when we get into entrepreneurship, to think that that's going to fix everything, the household wealth is higher by 313% in comparison versus non-Black entrepreneurs. And kudos to the brother Claude Anderson. The part that scares me and him is that by 2053, the average wealth of Black Americans will be at 0. That does not seem like a long time, but me being 38, 35 years from now is not a long time. It's 8 presidents, and we've had one horrible one that just left. If we get a few more of those, that number may speed up. But what was the greatest economic bomb ever dropped on us that caused this? Put it in chat if you know, and I'll give you a few seconds. For my people in LA and Chicago, you already know. Redlining. Redlining was the 9/11 of our financial freedom. Please write that down. So redlining were covenants and agreements that banned the sale of homes to certain neighborhoods, of neighborhoods to certain racial groups, i.e. us. So 80% of neighborhoods, according to a 1937 magazine article, reported that 80% of the neighborhoods in Chicago and Los Angeles were restricted by these covenants in 1940, and it was the number one factor that eliminated our wealth in this country. You often hear me tell my son in the market, green means up and red means down. But here's the origin of this phrase. It comes from redlining, and it applies to the stock market. If you listen, there are hidden codes throughout every business that originate in slavery that we told you about in episode 70, and this is one of them. So the maps are color-coded to let you know which areas were for us and which ones were not. So the green areas represented demand, up-and-coming neighborhood where professional men lived that were polished, well-groomed, well-to-do, good for society, aka not us. Red were areas of infiltration that had already occurred, where more Latino and Black people would be, and these homes and these neighborhoods had a lower value as a result. And unfortunately, Black households have nearly 57% of their net worth tied to the value of their homes, while Hispanic homeowners carry about 67% of their wealth. And as a share net worth, those that are white have only 41% tied to their houses. The rest are made up in business, real estate, investing in the market, and life insurance, and we're behind in all of those categories. So when I tell you tonight, this information is as important as investing. They are brother and sister, Siamese twins that should be paired together, because not only are we behind in investing, but we are also behind in real estate. So I wanted to give you guys some context why these brothers are here tonight. Besides me being a fan of Envy back when he was screaming over the tapes in Desert Storm days.
Empire Strikes Back.
Serious is hard. But the thing I want you guys to take away, you have to pair everything. There's a holy trinity of freedom: business, real estate, and investing in the market. And once you have those three, you can actually have freedom. I love you guys.
I love you guys.
There you have it. Quiet Storm. Master Investor strikes again. Appreciate that, brother. Yes. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. We're getting off to a great start. 7,600 people on the check-in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So without further ado, we have 2 esteemed guests, EYL alumni in the building.
First and foremost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flippin' and Jay, aka Caesar, and of course DJ Envy. And they really need no introduction. If you follow real estate, you understand that they've been on the forefront for a number of years now. Their seminars, sell out all across the country, but they actually do it in real life. They have hundreds of properties in Jersey, all over, Detroit, Midwest, all over, and they're working on a school. They got a whole system going. So a lot of the guests that we actually have on the show that you guys are familiar with, working with the team.
Yeah.
Gino Mortgage guys, Sabine, Lord of the Slums, Fernando, Credit Dude.
Yep.
So we thought that they would be the perfect people to talk about real estate. So first and foremost, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us, man. Appreciate it. Nice to be back.
Episode 33, a legendary one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. So let's jump right into it. I'm sure we all got some questions, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just tag team it from there. So, all right, we're in 2021 right now, and everything was crazy with COVID, right? So, what is the frontier? Like, what are you looking at for hot real estate markets in the year 2021 and in the future?
It all depends what you're trying to accomplish, right? When we first started the seminar, we were pushing more rental properties, right? Rental properties, but the market has changed, right? Now the market is kind of oversaturated. So I think for probably about the next 2 years is definitely a great time to flip, right? You buy a property under market value, add value to it, and sell it for more. The reason for that is because there's no inventory, right? With the whole COVID mess, it kind of stopped all the foreclosures, right? So now you don't have that many bank-owned properties out there anymore, right? And we don't even know when those properties are going to hit the market. It might be another year, another 2 years. Then you can't evict people in a lot of the markets around the country.
Mhm.
So now you also have where people are looking for apartments, they can't find none either. So it's like the perfect storm. And then now rates are so low, right? So I think definitely right now is great to flip. Also, if you are looking for markets as far as renting, I like Chicago. I still, I like Cleveland too. I like Ohio and Baltimore. That would probably be your best markets where you could kind of do like the bird method, kind of like when we started, that's what we used to do. We used to buy properties 40, 60,000. We have 40, 50. Now they appraise for 2 something, rent them, refinance, take the money out and buy more property.
Let me just ask a follow-up question on that. So Chicago, shout out to everybody in Chicago. You're looking at like the South Side neighborhoods, Chicago.
Yeah, South Side.
Where Barack is building the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right over
Everybody
there,
say
right in
Hyde-
that area, right there by the water. That area is
What's
a
it
hot
called, Washington
market.
Heights?
Hyde Park.
Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Hyde Park.
Washington Heights.
I'm thinking
Washington
Washington
Heights.
Heights.
That's crazy.
South Side.
Hyde Park. There it is.
Okay.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop,
Bag drop.
a mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.